by... Well, a left hook stung Andries into action. First time he's looked really aggressive. And here's the former champion, Tom Collins from Leeds, born in Curacao, attempting to get the title back that he held from 82 until 84. He won the vacant title against Andries. He made 2 successful defences, and so he won a Lonsdale belt outright before Andries took the title away from him. So he's got a Lonsdale belt that he can call his own.
Number 3.
Watford, of course, used to be quite a famous fight town because it had a family of boxing brothers who were a big name back in the 1950s, 40s and 50s. 4 brothers, Alex Buxton, Laurie, Alan and Joe Buxton. And I've seen Alex Buxton, the old British light heavyweight champion, here tonight. He's working as one of the whips, getting the fighters into the ring on time. And I'm told the other 3 brothers are all here as well. That's a useful looking right hand from Andries. That's the first time he's really looked effective with that. And he is moving into a higher gear now, Andries, the champion, in the white trunks. Conceding height and reach, but not weight. He's bang on the limit of 12 stone 7, and Collins scored 12, 4 and a quarter.
Come on, John. Yeah. Come on, John. Be busy all the time. Come on. And again. Straight to his guard. Come on, John. Be busy all the time. Come on, work. Come on, John.
Well, that was a much better round for the champion. It's the first round he's won. And if he can just keep his boxing in that higher gear, then Collins is going to be the one who's going to have to do some thinking. Collins has occasionally been criticised for being a bit too casual in his fights. But with the title at stake tonight, one assumes he's going to produce his best. So I would think there's little between them. As we come to the 5th. Quite a hard, good round this one. Much more even.
Come on, John. Jab him up.
So, after 5 rounds, still very little between these 2 men who are having their 5th fight together. Well, sitting at the ringside tonight, we've got one of the most famous fighters in all British boxing history, and there he is with the silver hair and the lemon tie and the glasses, Jack Kid Berg, who way back in the early 1930s won the World Junior Lightweight title and took it from an American, Mushy Callahan, and went to America and impressed the Yanks no end. Great fighter, known in those days as the Whitechapel Windmill, Jack Kid Berg.
Come on, Tom. Come on, we want to take that belt, don't silly. Let it go. That's better. Come on, Tom. Be good, man. Come on, you can do it. Come on, Tom. Keep it going. Work hard. Let down.
Again, Andries in this round doing more work than Collins, the laconic Collins. And Collins is getting really bustled out of this round. And it could be one of the clearest rounds we've had so far, because Collins has done very little indeed. All the work has come from the champion. Speed of Andries' hands making all the difference here, and this is the first time in this fight that one man has really got on top of the other. That was not a good round for Collins. He lost that round by a bigger margin than any of the other rounds have been won by. That's a real sign of danger for him at this stage of the fight, because now he's got some work to do. But he didn't seem to care. He didn't change his expression. He didn't raise his pace. But he's certainly now dropped behind. And these 3 months ago, Andries got the decision after 12 rounds by 6 rounds to 4, 2 even rounds. And Collins at that time claimed that the small ring that they boxed in, the 14-foot ring, put him at a greater disadvantage than Andries because he was the better boxer of the two. That last round certainly didn't bear that out. Andries was boxing altogether better. One low one there from Andries. Down on the right hand, on the left hand side of Collins.
Keep it going, straight to his guard. That's the way to get me through. Come on, Eddie. Come on, Eddie. Come on, stay with him.
That's another good round for Andries. He's taken the initiative, and once again he's got well on top of Collins. So these last 2 rounds have brought about a significant swing in Andries' favour. And this crowd's sensing it here in the Watford Town Hall. Well, Andries at the end of the 8th round absolutely bouncing with confidence, and he's really imposed himself on this fight. And another sign of Andries' strength is that he scorned the stool throughout that interval and stood there in the corner.
Come on, Tom, keep it going. Come on, Mark. Work out, Tom. That's the way. Jab it. Come on, Dennis. Don't stand there. Keep working. Yeah, do it. Good. Come on, make him feel it. That's right. Come on, Tom.
Well, Collins is dropping further and further behind, doing very little about it.
And again.
Determined to play it at long range, but he needs a lot more of those lefts. But he's certainly keeping Andries, well, he was keeping Andries pinned on the end of the left. Well, it's a much better round for Collins, because at last he's begun to use the left a bit. But he let Andries get too far on top in those last two rounds for comfort.
Come on. Keep going, Tom. That's great. Come on, work out.
Collins may well have pinched that round with that left jab. Well, there were times when Andries couldn't get past that left jab, and then suddenly he steered clear of it and came inside. And that was it. Well, although Andries on my card is ahead, I don't think he's ahead by that much. One or two rounds have been extremely close. He had a couple of rounds, the round about the 8th, that he won quite decisive. The 7th and the 8th, he won very decisively indeed. A lot of the other rounds have been extremely close. Remember, they're one each in title fights so far. Better from Collins, much livelier stuff, the left proving itself, and suddenly, for the first time, he actually looks a bit aggressive. Bringing the left up and a little hook, and scoring quite heavily with it. So, this aggression by Collins in the 11th makes it all very interesting indeed, because that has redressed the balance to some degree. That was a good round by Collins, a really good round. So he could be only a little way behind. He could be very, very close indeed. And he needs another really good round now. I don't somehow think he can save this, but you never know. So the light heavyweight championship, the 12.5 stone championship of Great Britain, at stake now in these last 3 minutes. One of the most coveted titles in British boxing. Andries in the white trunks holds it. Collins did hold it. And now Andries needs to work, and work hard in these last 3 minutes, to make sure that he doesn't forfeit the title to Collins. So Andries using his considerable stamina to effect in this last 3 minutes. Not giving Collins too much chance to use his jab. And Collins looks much more tired than Andries. closing seconds, and John Coyle is going to have to give the decision. Good finishing round by Andries. And the title fight is over, and Andries has retained his title. Dennis Andries makes a successful first defence of the British Light Heavyweight Championship. And there's the man who did hold the title and has failed to get it back. Well, he had a good start, and he made a big effort towards the finish, but quite honestly, he went